Hello, welcome to Daily News from Ajayat TV. Scholarly meetings of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom, Iran. On last Sunday, the house of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom hosted another session of its scholarly meetings. During this meeting, one of the scholars asked the following question: is the phrase Bismillah at the beginning of the Surah of Quran a part of the Surah too? His Eminence replied, the majority of Shia scholars believe that the phrase Bismillah is part of every chapter of the Holy Quran. Further in this meeting, the discussions revolved around rulings on taking refuge in the shade during Hajj, asking for the permission of the father of a virgin girl for marriage, and etc. End of educational courses at the Al-Shaaer TV in Diwaniya province of Iraq. The office of the Al-Shaaer TV in Diwaniya province of Iraq ended its educational workshop titled Future Leaders in this province. This workshop was attended by groups of teenagers as well as teachers and instructors from Islamic seminaries and universities. On the final days of this workshop, Mr. Muhammad Al-Husseini and Mr. Muhammad Al-Kurdi made speeches to these students. It is worth noting that part of this workshop was conducted during a field trip to the holy city of Karbala. Silk Road Conference hosted at Karbala Cultural Institute. The conference venue of Karbala Cultural Institute hosted the Silk Road event in the holy city of Karbala. The event was attended by groups of cultural and social activists who evaluated public and governmental support for the revival of the ancient Silk Road. Furthermore, these activists talked about how the revival of the Silk Road can impact the economy of Iraq. Dean of Islamic Seminary meets clerics at Online Studies Department. Sheikh Haidar al-Mawla, the Dean of the Muhaqqiq Kirki Seminary, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala, met with some clerics from the Online Studies Department of this seminary. During this meeting, Sheikh Mawla encouraged these young clerics to acquire knowledge together with piety and Islamic morals. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts clerics and scientific figures in Holy Karbala, Iraq. The office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala hosted groups of believers from across Iraq. These clerics met with Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi and listened to pieces of advice from this scholar. It is worth noting that the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosted another session of its weekly ceremonies last Friday night. Many cultural, religious, and social figures, as well as the general public, participated in this ceremony. Representative of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi attends Ghadir celebrations in Lebanon. Sheikh Yusuf Mullah Hadi, one of the representatives of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, took part in Ghadir celebrations in southern Lebanon. These celebrations were hosted at the AhlulBayt Mosque, where groups of believers and cultural activists honored the holy AhlulBayt, peace be upon them. Sayyid Shuhada World Committee finishes construction of 250 houses in African countries. Sayyid Shuhada World Committee, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Kuwait, finished the construction of 250 houses for impoverished Shiite families in several African countries. This housing project, which was launched in 2018, was aimed at addressing the issue of housing among impoverished Shia families. Coinciding with the glorious Eid al-Ghadir, Sayyid Shuhada World Committee announced that over the course of 3 years since its foundation, this center has constructed 250 houses in Eastern Africa in memory of the Master of Martyrs, Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. It is worth noting that this project was carried out in compliance to the directives of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Members of Shia Societies Association meet cultural activists from Iraq. A group of cultural and religious figures from the cities of Hilla and Khalis in Iraq were welcomed by members of the Shia Societies Association during their trip to the holy city of Qom in Iran. In this meeting, some pieces of advice from Grand Ayatollah Shirazi were relayed to these activists. Preparations for the upcoming Husseini memorials in the months of Muharram and Safar were also discussed in this meeting. Activities by AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center in Baghdad, Iraq. AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, gave prizes to top students of his courses of Islamic beliefs during a ceremony. Tens of young students from Baghdad participated in a contest on Islamic beliefs. The Book of Beliefs by late Sheikh Muhammad Reza Muzaffar was the reference book for this contest. In the meantime, AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center hosted a closing ceremony of its summer courses. Ali Sarai, the director of this center, made a speech at this event to highlight the significance of knowledge and learning. Director of Public Relations Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi meets Iraqi tribal chiefs. Sheikh Ahmad Al-Lami, the director of the Public Relations Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qadimiyya, met with a group of Iraqi tribal personalities from the tribes of Abu Amir and Al-Sarai. These meetings are held to address the important role of Iraqi tribes in the Iraqi society in view of the approach of the Husseini memorials in Muharram and Safar. During this meeting, the instructions of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi were relayed to these tribal personalities. In addition, discussions revolved around promoting the teachings of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, and delivering the message of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, to the public in the 2 months of Muharram and Safar. Members of Faizul-Zahra Institute meet Director of Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, Iraq. Some delegates from Faizul-Zahra Institute in Ghadir province of Iraq visited the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra and met with Sheikh Nazar al-Hassan, the director of this center. In this meeting, both sides discussed various cultural and religious topics. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation holds weekly meetings of managers in Holy Karbala, Iraq. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala, held another round of its weekly meetings. In these meetings, the participants talked about common grounds to improve collaborative works with other civil society institutions in different parts of Iraq as a means to expand their humanitarian and charitable programs.